What's up everybody? Today we're going to be working on these Jordan PSG 5s. I just got these from Phoenix Sneakercon for a steal, and when I say steal, I only paid 50 bucks for them. It's been a long time since I bought shoes for that cheap. Back in 2016, I used to get those kind of deals all the time. Nowadays, everything's too expensive or it gets sold before I even see it. These shoes do need some work, like a good deep clean, repaint, and remove some of the unyellowing, but I see a lot of potential in them. We got some work ahead of us, so let's get started. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have weekly content on Mondays and Thursdays. The first thing we're going to do to get this restoration going is to give the shoe a good deep clean using our RESHOEVN8R Signature Shoe Cleaning Kit. The shoe does look dirty, however, it's one of the easier shoes to clean up. The shoe is going in the personal collection. It's my size and I got it for a great price, but I want to make these look as brand new as possible. So I am going to put in these shoes in the washing machine to show you guys that the shoe is 100% safe. However, I only recommend it if the shoe is super dirty or if you want to get them as clean as possible. First things first, we're going to take out the laces and insole. For before and after purposes, we are going to be working on the right shoe only, so we'll put the left to the side. Next, we're going to go next door and use their air compressor. Mine is kind of broken and theirs is way better. Once we do that step, the shoe's going to look so much better. Just like I said it would, this shoe looks so much better just by using some air and a brush. It's important to do one or both of those steps just so you don't push the dirt deeper into the material during the cleaning process. The Signature Shoe Cleaning Kit does contain all three brushes, soft, medium, and stiff, our solution, a towel, shoe trees, and a laundry bag so we can put it in the washing machine. First things first, we're going to put the shoe tree inside the shoe to help minimize the creasing. I'm going to put this stuff to the side real quick because we're going to give these a thorough clean later. Next, we're going to grab our solution and squirt 2 squirts inside our bowl of water. 2 squirts is all you need. This stuff is highly concentrated. For most cleanings, I like to start with the uppers, work my way down to the midsoles, then soles. So we're going to be using our soft bristle brush. I really want to focus my attention on getting inside the crevices of the material. That's where most of the dust and dirt get trapped underneath. I want to get the shoe as clean as possible. While we're at it, we're also going to take care of the insides. All right, insides are good to go. Same thing with the uppers. This shoe's looking great. Next brush we're going to be using is the medium bristle brush to get these midsoles as clean as possible. All right, we got the grime off the midsoles. Now we can see exactly where it needs a repaint. Next, we're going to be using our stiff bristle brush to clean up these outsoles. We want to get every piece of grime and dirt off, so later on when we put this shoe inside the indoor setup, we get the best results. Soles look great. We got all that grime completely off. Not even gonna bother wiping the shoe down because they're going straight in the washing machine. But before we do that, we still gotta take care of the insole, the shoelace, and the lace lock. Real quick about the lace lock, we're only gonna be keeping this top piece. As you can see in the back, it is cracked. Luckily, I got a ton of replacements, so this is going in the trash. For the insole, we're gonna be using the medium bristle brush to give it a good scrub. For the lace, we'll put it inside the leftover water and solution. Same thing with the lace lock. Anytime I clean sneakers, I choose to clean the insole to remove bacteria and any odors. However, when I pick up used sneakers for myself, this is 100% necessary. Ultimately, because I don't know who rocked these before me. Pre-treatment's complete. Now let's put everything inside the single laundry bag so we can go to the washing machine. All right, you made it to the washing machine. As always, I like to use cold water during the cycle. After the shoes are all cleaned up and are all wet, I like to put them outside and let them properly air dry or put them next to a fan. Can't forget our detergent pods. Good to go with the cleaning. We got the shoe out of the washing machine. It's fully dried, ready to go. I let these sit outside under the Arizona sun for several hours. We got them fully dried. No issues with the washing machine, caused no damage to the buttery soft suede. Everything's still in good condition. Plus the insides are fully flushed out and disinfected. Same thing with the insole, it's back to white. Next thing we gotta do is focus on the midsole. Luckily for me, I don't have to repaint the white or the speckling. It's not cracking, it's not scuffed up, it's clean as is. However, the black does need some work. We have some scuffs right here in the front. The worst by far is in the back area. Some more up here. The previous owner tried covering up one of the scuffs with a Sharpie. The reason I can tell is because at a certain angle, it's glossy and it has a purple hue to it. Never use a Sharpie on any restoration. I promise you guys, it doesn't work. So what we're gonna do now is focus on repainting the black. First, I'm gonna use some 800 grit sandpaper to go over the entire black area. Again, there's only certain areas on the shoe that's fully scuffed up, but I'm just gonna go ahead and give everything a nice fresh coat of black paint, except for the white. Midsoles are all prepped. Sanding it down is very important in order for the paint to adhere properly onto the midsole. For this part, we're not going to be taping it. We're going to be freehanding everything because black is an easy color to lay down.
Yo, Vic, what's your latest pickup, bro?
Great question, dude. There's been a few, but the latest, Travis Scott Phantoms. Good shoe.
What do you like about it?
KD wears them. Just kidding. So I got those Phantom Jordan 1s. I didn't really buy them. My girlfriend bought those for my birthday. It was my birthday not too long ago. One of the sickest shoes I've ever been gifted, especially because KD wears them. Repaint is complete. This is one of the easier ones. I did a good job of not getting any black paint on the black nubuck or on the white areas. All I did was sharpen those areas up. Next, we gotta go outside and spray some Carlisle matte finish to protect the paint job. The thing is, we gotta tape off the uppers and sole so we don't get any of this stuff on there. Matte finish has been applied. The reason why I covered up the entire upper is because if you get that matte finish on that nubuck, it gets really ashy and it's hard to take off. Same thing with the air units. I cover those up because if you don't, it gets really foggy. Let's go ahead and take that off so we can move on to the next step. Now that we got the midsole repaint out of the way, let's focus on the soles. Luckily, these aren't too bad, but there is some yellowing going on. So to fix that, we're gonna be using some RESHOEVN8R Solar Revive and the Vick 2000, aka my indoor setup that contains 4,500 watts of UV rays. Once you put them in there, we're gonna leave them in there for a few days. Every morning, I'm gonna wipe off the old Solar Revive and apply a new coat. That should do the trick. Check these out. After a few days, we got the shoe out of the Vick 2000 and they turned out great. We got them back to fully icy. The majority of that yellowing is fully gone. These look great. When it comes to removing yellowing off the soles, they're all very different. Jordan 5s, 6s, and 11s, they all age differently and they all take different amounts to remove the yellowing. In this case, it was surface yellowing. Luckily for me, the shoe wasn't too beat, so the yellowing wasn't too deep in the sole, so it came out in a few days. Next, we're gonna be focusing on the nubuck uppers. We got them all cleaned up, but right now they're looking a little bit ashy. We wanna get it to a nice consistent black. That's where mink oil comes in play and our horsehair brush. But real quick, before we do that, on the back area, there's a small white scuff on the nubuck. I'm gonna try using a RESHOEVN8R wipe to wipe it off. Hopefully it comes off. The mink oil was a nice finishing touch to wrap up the shoe. It looks great. Real quick, before we lace it up, remember the broken lace lock? Luckily for me, I got a bunch of replacement parts. We'll replace it, then we'll lace it up. Let's answer a quick YouTube comment. This one's by @Javier Cajeda. Great video. Any suggestions for repairing or conditioning a pair of Dunks whose soles are now hard and slippery? I have a pair of Tide Temple Costons ID I'd like to save. Thanks for your help. In this case, you can't really do anything for that situation. It's irreversible damage. Once it gets hard and slippery, there's nothing you can do about that except get a donor sole, remove the old sole, and swap it. Next question is from AwesomeDude3247. Where do you get your shoes to clean? These are from Sneakercon, so a lot of the shoes I do get from cons. Most of the time I go on eBay or OfferUp. Sometimes they're shoes from my friends or people that drop them off. I get them from all over the place. All right guys, that's gonna bring us to an end on this restoration of these PSG 5s. Not bad for only paying 50 bucks. That's a night and day restoration. In this video, we use our RESHOEVN8R Signature Shoe Cleaning Kit to give the shoe a proper deep clean inside and out, and to show you guys that the shoe is 100% safe to put in the washing machine in case you need to. After that, we did some prep work to get the midsoles ready for a paint job. Luckily for me, they weren't too bad, but in the back area, there was a lot of scuffs going on. So I went in, gave it an entire black paint job, and freshened it up. For the uppers, we used our mink oil and our horsehair brush to really give that black a nice pop. And for the soles, we used our RESHOEVN8R Soul Revive and the Vick 2000. Again, 50 bucks was a steal for this pair considering how well they turned out. You can find all our products at RESHOEVN8R.com. Use my promo code down below to save some money. This is Vick Almighty. I'll catch you guys next Monday. See y'all.
Like and subscribe.
Biggest in the business.
What are you talking about? Wait a minute.